Hello and welcome to the 19th Sunday of Ordinary Time. This year we're seeing how God is Lord over all the earth. In the Gospel, Jesus performs the miracle of walking on the water to the disciples, whose boat is being tossed about in a storm. The Church joyfully reminds us that Jesus, our Saviour, is always close to us. He calms the storms of our life. He lifts us from the depths and restores our peace. The presence of the storm and all that it represents definitively makes us confused and afraid in life. Thus, it equally deprives us of our peace. In today's Gospel, Jesus uses the opportunity in the storm to strengthen the faith of his disciples. He is away praying on a mountain when the storm starts tossing them about on the sea. He comes to their rescue, although they fail to recognize him at first. He responds to their inability to see him with a statement, "Take courage, it is I." This is an echo of the name of God, I am. But they still need proof. Peter asks him to allow him to walk on the water. The disciples of Jesus experienced the storm in their life, and Jesus was available to calm it and equally restore their peace. Storms are part and parcel of the human existence. They are inevitable in this world, just as the waves are inevitable in the sea and death is inevitable to us. Sometimes they hit us so hard that we are crushed, devastated, and almost annihilated. Like the disciples, each one of us experiences the storm in the diverse ways of our lives, a storm that robs us of our peace. However, when we encounter Christ, our peace is restored and they disappear. Hence, Paul wrote, "We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed, always carrying in the body of the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may be manifested in our bodies." When troubles come our way, we often forget that God is still with us. It's strange, really, but that is what happens when so many people, they get upset. They think God has gone on holiday, has left them. But that's not so. God is still with us. We cannot always rely on our feelings, and we can rely on them still less when there is something bothering us. The truth is that God is with us always, and not that we feel his presence. Finally, as Christ said to Peter, so he also says to us today, "Courage, do not be afraid, it is I." So all we need to do is to trust him and keep walking on without fear of sinking. Like Peter, we must step out in faith and courage against the storms in our life. Therefore, let us hold on firmly to Jesus, who calms our storms and restores our peace. I think this can be summed up in the famous words of a poem written by Mary Stevenson. "Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I noticed that during the most troublesome times in my life, there is only one set of footprints. I don't understand when I needed you most, you would leave me." The Lord replied, "My precious, precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. During your times of trial and suffering, when you see only one set of footprints, that is when I carried you."